welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with another makeup look. We are doing like this pink soft neutral glam with a little bit of smokiness on the lash line. We are using one eyeshadow palette, so it should be very easy to achieve. Yeah, and you know we're gonna do a full coverage base because I'm a full coverage queen. So yeah, let's not chit chat too much. Let's get into
already on, and now I'm gonna just use my base. As you can see, I don't have my fingernails right now. I had to take them off, but this makes it a little bit easier to apply my paint pot anyway. So win-win, I guess. And I'm just gonna put that all over the eye in a thin layer. Put something on my lips, so I'm going to use the lip maximizer collagen active by Dior. I have a little sample size and it just pumps up the lips and gets it ready for lip products. Now the first color I'm going to use from my NARS, this is the Wanted 1 eyeshadow palette. Super cute. I'm going to mix those two colors together and it should be over here. You should see it on the screen. And I'm going to use these as my transition color. And just right into the crease. I'm using a Morphe M573 brush. Now I want to use a tighter brush, and this is a Juvia's Place brush, as you can see, but it doesn't have a name or a number on it. And I'm going to take the next color and I'm going to go ahead and put that right under the crease. I'm not going to go as far up with this one as I did with the first one, but I want it on the outer corner and inside of this crease. This color, I'm starting to form my shape. So as you can see, I'm a fan of that winged out type of look. So that's where I want to take this shadow. So I am bringing it out just a little bit. I'm just not going far up. I'm keeping this in the crease and then flinging it out. I'm going to use this Cover FX Shimmer Veil as my second base. And I am going to concentrate this on the lid because my shimmer shadow is going to go on top of this. And I'm not being too precise with this. I want to pat it in and blend it a little bit with my finger just so it's smooth. Before I put on my next shadow, I want to create somewhat of a small wing using the darkest brown in this palette. And I am just going to use, this is just like an angled brush. And I'm going to use that to kind of darken the lash line and create us like a small wing with this eyeshadow. Nothing too major. How it gives it that elongated feel. I'm gonna have to touch that back up, but now I'm gonna go in with my lid color, and I'm gonna go in with this sparkle, and I'm just gonna press it on my lid with my finger. Make sure you get those corners. It's so much easier without nails, but I miss my nails. Now I'm going to go in with that color that I did the liner with and just darken up my outer V. And I'm taking it very lightly because I don't want a whole bunch of this. Just going back and forth with the colors that I'm losing a little bit of intensity with, and I'm just, you know, going back blending till, you know, it looks how I want it to look. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup under the eyes, and then we're going to get into the face. Hydro Grip Primer. I'm going to do 3 pumps of that, and I'm going to put this all over, and I'm just using a traditional foundation brush to apply this. I'm going to use my CoverGirl True Base Business I'm about to say concealer. This is a skin primer, but it's for pore minimizing. And I'm going to use that same brush, and I'm going to concentrate this in the areas that my pores are the largest. And it just gives them the appearance of not being so big and crater-like. I do go on my forehead with this as well. For foundation today, I'm going to use two NARS foundations. I have the... Which one is this? This is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and I have it in the color Tahoe. That's the medium dark number 2. And then I have the Sheer Glow in Tahoe, both in the same color. And I just take 2 pumps of each, and then I'm going to apply it with a Dahlia Tools 957 brush. The reason why I picked these two, I love the finish of both of them, but together they are amazing. Both of them have a nice amount of coverage. Concealer time. So I'm going to use MAC Pro Longwear Concealer today, and I have it in 2 colors, NW25 and NW35. So NW35 is going to go first. And that one I'm only going to put underneath my eyes, and then the 25 I'm going to do the whole middle of my face. Eco Tools blending brush for the first color, and I'm going to concentrate this right here to take away that extra darkness that I have underneath my eye. Just gonna blend it in a little bit more with my e.l.f. blending sponge. Now, to brighten it up, I'm going to go in with a pump of the NW25, and I'm going to use it directly on the sponge and pat that in a triangle shape. I'm also going to go down the center of my nose and in the middle of my forehead. I'm keeping it right there. The different e.l.f. blending sponge, I am going to go in with this CoverGirl powder in light neutral, and I'm just going to set that concealer. And a little bit of this goes a long way. You really don't need a lot of it. Cream contour with my MAC Studio Fix. This is the NW45 Studio Fix Soft Matte Foundation Stick. I mean, these names just get longer and freaking longer. But it's just a foundation stick that has a matte finish. And I am going to go around my complete perimeter. And then on the sides of my nose and cap it off. This out with a Real Techniques 217 brush, and I just like this one because it's easier to like just press the product into the foundation. And it blends at the same time. Out the nose contour, I'm going to use this Juvia's Place round eyeshadow blending brush, and I am just going to blend it out and fade it into my eyebrow. I like the size of this brush, and this is the only thing I use this brush for. I don't use it for anything else. It's just really good for a nose contour. To set my contour, I'm going to use the CoverGirl True Blend Translucent Powder in Sable number 6. And I'm using a blush brush from Bobbi Brown to apply it. And I'm just going on top of everywhere that I contoured. This doesn't have a whole bunch of color. It just has a teeny bit of pigment. And I like that because it doesn't make my contour any darker. It just sets it in place before I set my entire face. And definitely a teeny bit on the side of the nose. Do now is take a little bit of that same powder and I'm just gonna go above my crease with it and into my eyebrow to make sure that all of this is cohesive and married together. Okay, my baking will be done with the Eden Soft Velvet Loose Powder by NARS, and I just got to shake a little bit out. And I'm going to place this bake with a Real Techniques sponge. That is dry, of course. So this is going to sit while I finish off the bottom half of my eyes. And then just a little bit down the center of my nose and on the sides of my nose where I get oily. Now for the bottom lash line, I'm going to use a chromographic pencil by MAC, and this one is NC15 NW20. It's just a beigey nude color pencil, and I'm going to go in my waterline with that. Dark eyeshadow. I wanted my eyes to still be open, so that's why I chose a nude eyeshadow. But now I'm gonna go underneath with the same colors that I used on the top to kind of make the eyes look really big. Choosing to use is a really old MAC 211, so it's thinned out a bit, and I like that because it just makes it easier to just go underneath that lash line. And I'm using the two darkest colors to just smudge onto the bottom lash line. I just want to go right underneath that with the two lightest colors, just so it has a nice fade and transition to it, and it's not all just one color that looks super harsh, you know what I mean? And I'm just going right on the edges of the darkest color. Now is the time to make the inner corner pop. I'm going to be using a fluid line. This is an old school MAC fluid line, and it has just like a pink shimmer, but you have, I'll just show you what it looks like. It's called Feminine Edge. It was with one of their Christmas collections, but you can use anything that will make this area pop, because this is just going to be a base. That's really pretty. I don't ever use this. And this brush is from Juvia's Place. Just a flat, it looks like a concealer or a lipstick brush, a lip brush. Now I'm gonna put this really funky color on top of this. I'm just gonna mix these two together and pack that on in the inner corner. Quite different, right? I'm gonna go on top of it with the lighter one though. So now on top of it with that lighter shimmer. Yeah. I'm gonna put on my lashes, which I will show you here. And then I'm going to put on my mascara, and we're going to finish off the face. When I come back, my bake will be pressed in. I'm going to set the rest of my face with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. I believe this is the Pro Filter powder. Yeah, Pro Filter powder in honey. And I'm just going to use this MAC brush. This was a part of that Kelly Osbourne collection. And I just like it because it's a flat kabuki brush. And I'm going to set the rest of my face with this. I'm staying clear of my highlight, of course, but everywhere else is getting powder. My favorite time, we're gonna do bronzer. And today I'm gonna be using the Morphe bronzer. I love the size of this. Like, you can never have too much bronzer. I'm using a Juvia's Place powder brush for my bronzer. Love, love, love. Is blush time, and I'm using Loves Me by NARS. This was a special collection, but their Orgasm, I think it's called Orgasm X, their newest Orgasm color, is very similar to this, and I have both of them, of course, because I love this color. I'm using a Bobbi Brown blush brush to apply this, and I like my blush to go pretty high, so I kind of marry it with my bronzer. Now for highlight, I'm using Jackie Aina's collab with Artist Couture, and this is La Peach. And I am going to use a Morphe R31. We're going to concentrate this on the highest points, not everywhere. We don't want to amplify my texture. This is such a pretty highlight. Like, but you can never use all of this. Like, a little bit goes a long way, so you'll have this forever. I don't even know if Artist Couture is still selling this one, but it's like so dope. I love this one. Like, I need just a little bit of this in my brow bone, so I'm taking this there. Hello, face. Love this look. All right, now we're gonna get into the lips. A little bit of prep on my lips before, but I'm gonna use MAC's Prep and Prime Lip, and this just smooths out any texture on the lip before we apply it. Now this has to sit for a few seconds, and it has to dry down. So I'm gonna let it sit, and then we'll go in with our lip colors. So for lip liner, I'm gonna use Fenty Beauty's Unveil Liquid Lipstick. This is the Stunner Lip Paint. It's just a brown one. So I use this as my lip liner all the time because I love the color of it. I'm gonna use a little lip brush to blend in my next color. This is Dose of Colors Liquid Lipstick in my main. It's a nude color. And I'm just gonna hit it in the center. And I'm gonna blend it out with this brush. For gloss, I'm gonna use NARS's Tiber, and it's Tiber. So I'm assuming that's how you say it. It's either Tiber or Tiber, but either way, it's the lip gloss from NARS. And I'm gonna put this on top. Our last step is set and spray. I'm gonna use CoverGirl Outlast Active Cooling Setting Mist. And here you have the finished look. So I wanted to pair a fragrance with this look. Like if I was going out, this would probably be the one that I would pair with it. And it's by Givenchy Paris. This is Dahlia Divine. And I don't know if it's Divin or Divine, but I'll leave it over here so you can see it. This one has blood orange, jasmine, peach, rose, and black currant. It's very, very feminine, very, very pretty. It's not overpowering, but it will get you noticed. So that's why I chose this to go with this look. What do you guys think? I absolutely love this. Anything with a pink scheme is my jam. I love pink. Pink is my favorite color, of course. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.